नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. Nala saw Kali come outside. He was so angry for what this man had done to him from that time. This is Karkotka has told him. Karkotka has told him that Kali is the one who has done it. So now that he's outside, he's got so angry, he's about to curse that Kali. He's going to curse that Kali. When Kali shouts saying, "Oh King Cowardly, don't curse, don't curse, don't curse. Don't curse. I have already suffered Damayanti's curse. I have been suffering day in and day out. And I have been suffering day in and day out the poison, the fire poison of Karkota. All that I have already suffered. Sharanam Tvam Prapannosmi Shunurityedam Vacho Mama." So I do Sharanagati to you. Please listen to my words. Just listen to a few words of mine. And then he said, yes. He said, yes, tell me. Yechatvam manuja loke kirtayishyantyatantritaah matprasutam bhayam tesham na kadachid bhavishyati. He said, whoever in this world tells of your glory without any laziness, etc., likes and tells your story in your glory, mat prasutam bhayam tesham nakachit bhavishyati. For such people, they need not have any fear because of me, Kali. Never. Bhayartam sharanam yatam yaditvam na shapsyase. But that's only if you don't curse me. If you don't curse me, because I am afraid of you, I have done Sharanagati to you. Now, Nala said, okay, he took back his anger. He was no more angry. Immediately, Kali rushed and got into that Vibhitaka tree. Just the tree where the counting was taking place. He entered that tree. He says he's going to stay there. So that's why this Vibhitaka tree, even now in North India, etc., is considered to be inauspicious. They don't use it for many purposes, etc. So Vibhitaka tree is also called, it's got a bad reputation because Kali stays there, etc., and it's called a ghost tree and all that. It's there in every language. But Bhutavasamu in Telugu, Bhutavas in Hindi, etc. Vibhitaka means it's scary, all that. All that. This tree. The thing about this tree is a dice is made out of this tree. Wood of this, the fruit. The fruit of this tree, not bark, fruit of this tree has got naturally edges, 5 edges, like a dice. It has got 5. So that's how this Vibhitaka tree is a very ancient tree. It is found in the Vedas. It has got a lot of medicinal uses. We may be having it. Anybody who is having Triphala, etc., the Triphala is Vibhitaka trees. Okay, all that. So now this Vibhitaka tree, the Kali has entered. Nala now let's go, Rutupurana says. Nala now flies with his chariot and Kali is left for this thing. Okay. Nala is flying to Vidarbha. Now, Nala then night time, sometime the evening turned into the night, much before next day morning. This man said, by next day morning you will reach me. Much before that, Nala is now thundering into Kundinapura, Vidarbha. Nobody could recognize him at all. But what happened was, the way he thundered it into Kundinapura, the crack of his whip, the thunder of his chariot, the gallop of the horses, etc. What happened? Listening to all that, the horses in Nala's stables in Kundinapura, and the horses there knew, they have heard this. They knew this. They started feeling happy, neighing, it seems. They thought that this can be king. Nala must be coming. Like that, they started neighing. No, but Damayanti was also hearing this. Damayanti heard this crack of etc. Damayanti tu shushrava rataghosham nalasyatam yatha meghasya nato gambhiram jaladagame. Like as if it was the great rumble thunder when the monsoon clouds gather in the sky. That noise she heard. Param Vismayamapanna Shrutvanadam Mahaswanam. So she was wonderstruck by listening to the noise, that clatter, that gallop, and she realized this has to be Punya Shloka. He has arrived, he has arrived, he has arrived, etc. Now, and she thought to herself, Adya Chandra Bhavaktram Tam Napashyan Pashyamilalam Yadi Asankyeya Gunam Viram Vinangshyamina Samshaya. Today, if I do not see the moon face of my beloved Punyashloka, Punyashloka of infinite good qualities, I promise I will not survive. I have to see today, he is saying. Yadi vaitasya virasya bahornadyamantaram pravishami sukhasparsham nabhavishyami asamshayam. If today I do not manage to enter and into his arms, which is so cool, which is so gives me so much joy to be embraced by him, if I do not do that today, I will not live. I will not live, she is thinking, hearing the clatter of the horses. Prabhu Kshamavan Virascha Data Chapyadiko Nrupai Raho Nicha Anuvarti Chaklivavannu Manaishada. He is a Prabhu, he is a Lord, he is a man of great Kshama, he is a great Veera, he is a great giver, Data, he is greater than other kings, and he is a person who will never do any base, any low down, any Nicha thing, even in private. When nobody is seeing like that, at that time also he will not see. And as far as other women are concerned, he is Klivavan, he is like a eunuch. His reaction to other women is like a eunuch's reaction to other women. He is like that king of mine. Gunastasya smarantyame tatparaya divanisham hridayam diryata idam shokat priya vinakritam. Day and night I have been thinking of him. My heart is broken, I have to see him now. And she runs to the terrace to look out. Who is this? She goes and looks out, and then she sees an ugly dwarfish creature is driving a horse in the Rajamargam. I could not understand. What is this? She's looking at him like that. Straight our man Rituparna arrived and sent word to the king that King Rituparna from Ayodhya has arrived. And King Rituparna, the king Ayodhya, surprised by the visit. He has no idea his wife and daughter have been up to something. Okay, he has no idea. So he has no idea. So he immediately, but king has arrived, so he does a royal welcome, etc. He arranges. After giving him a royal welcome, he asks him. So she says, so what can I do for you? I mean, you have come here. What is the reason? Anything I can do for you? Welcome, etc. Rituparnopi Raja Siddhiman Satya Parakrama. Rituparna is also a very intelligent man. He is an intelligent man. He is a good man, actually. Satya Parakrama, nice man. And he's looking around and he's thinking, Rajanam Rajaputram va nasma pashyati kanchana. He says, I am looking, there are no kings, no princes, no Rajkumar, nothing I am seeing out here. Naiva Swayamvara Katham. There is no banner, nothing saying Swayamvara. It doesn't look like a place where Swayamvara is happening. It doesn't look like there's no lights, there's nothing out here. Next morning Swayamvara means previous night, all band baja, nothing going on out here. Nacha viprasamagamam. No Vedic rites, no Vedavits and all, they should be roaming all over the place. Nothing seems to be happening. Tato vyaganayad raja manasa kosaladipah agatosmi tuva chainam bhavantam abhivadakah. So he decided that now, what we say, at the moment he needs to hold this thing. So he said, I just to pay my respect. Abhivadakah. I long time, I have been thinking I should meet you, pay my respects. It's been very long. So I just thought I should come. It was an opportunity. We came. So just to pay my respect. So Bhima wondered, yes, pay my respect. This fan has come long distance. Yeah, hundreds of yojanas he's travelled. Must be some delicate matter that at the moment he's not telling me. He'll tell. So he says, you please, all proper palace arrangements I have made for you. You please go and we'll send you food, etc. No, please, like that, he tells him and lets him go. Okay. Now, king, okay. Meanwhile, this guy Bahuka unbundled, he went there, he unyoked the horses, he washed them, he brushed them, he took care of them, he gave them something to eat, etc., made them rest, etc., and then he too went and lay down in the back of the chariot. So I also should lie down. So he lay down. Meanwhile, Damayanti called her maid Keshini. She had one maid, Keshini. I said, Keshini, please go to that Kurupa character, that ugly character who has come. That character with that small hands, that fellow. Okay. Go there, talk sweetly with him, find out who he is, where has he come from. And you remember that question that I told to be asked in that assembly? These are the questions. She says, how did that Kitavan, the dear gambler, run away in the night, taking me? These questions you ask him and tell me what he replies and come back. Like that she tells him. Keshini went and she said, Bahuka was sleeping. He got up. Yes. He said, no, etc. She sweetly talked to him. Who are you? What is the reason for your visit? Now she sweetly asked him. He says, you don't know Swayamvara, no. So my king Rituparna from Ayodhya, he has come here for the Swayamvara. I have brought him and all that. I am his charioteer. This is Varshnaya. Varshnaya, I don't know whether you know. Actually, Damayanti had a husband called Nala. This Varshnaya used to be his charioteer earlier. But now he is Rituparna's charioteer. He is there. He has also come. So he is telling all this to her. So she says, is Varshnaya Nala? Does he know where Nala is? Keshini asks. Nala said, no. Varshnaya doesn't know Nala is. Nobody knows where Nala is. Only God knows where Nala is. And Nala's Antaratma knows where Nala is. Nobody else knows where Nala is. He tells Keshini, it's okay. Then she says, she sings that song, asking those questions. So this man, he can't do anything. He replies the same reply that he gave in that thing. So immediately she comes back to Damayanti and says, this is all happened, this is what he said. And I asked him this question, this is what he answered. Then she says, okay, now go back there. Go back there. Just be there for some time and watch. Just watch. If you see anything which is slightly vichitram, some amazing things, note it quickly, then come back and tell me. One thing, under no circumstances, you should give him any help, you should not give him any water, you should not give him any fire, etc. Just watch and come. So she goes. Again, Keshini goes. Now, meanwhile, you see, the king has sent for them the vegetables, etc. Food, perhaps cooked food, people will not be. The cooked food people may be suspecting one king to the other. So they give raw material, you can cook like that. So all that has come. Now she says, I went there, there's a lot of vegetables was there. But there was a pot was empty. This Bahuka had one look at the pot, it became filled with water. Then he washed all the vegetables. Then the way he cut it very nicely and all that. Then there was no fire, but he took some grass and he looked at it. Immediately it started burning. Then he cooked. Then one more thing about this guy. When he was going here and there are small doors and all that. But he does not bend when he goes. When he goes, door rises. And then he goes. Nothing seems to stop him. And actually the stable where he was sitting along the horses, there's not much space at all where he was doing all this cooking. But immediately space was there. There was space around him for him. And the water was coming when he wanted, fire was burning, and while the food was getting nicely cooked, there were lots of flowers that he was going on absent-mindedly, he was crushing some flowers. But the flowers were not getting crushed. Not only that, they were next to the fire, and even then they were remaining fresh and the fragrance was filling there. And forget the fragrance of flowers, the fragrance of food is unimaginable. What the love, like that she told him. No, this lady said, this is too much. Yeah? All these are, these are nalas, this thing and all that. Huh? All that. So now, she said, okay. Now her suspicion is red hot. This Vahuka is a character that is something that we have to find out. And she said, do one thing, go back again. Somehow when he is slightly distracted, pick up some of the food that is cooked. And the flower you mentioned, some of that, bring it to me. So she went to Keshini again sweet talked to him, and he was not looking. Quickly she picked up something, and then she asked you. She came back running back to him, gave it to him. This lady Damayanti ate that. She said, nobody can cook like this. This is Nala. This kind of cooking only my husband can do. No one in the world is capable of cooking like this. Okay. Then she said, now I have got to give him the ultimate test. I have to not do the ultimate test. So she told Keshini, take the two children. Take the children and go in front of Bahuka and tell me what happens. So now she goes, two small kids, one boy and one girl. They go in. Bahuka gets up. Oh, he cries and runs, comes running, catches hold of both the kids, sits down, puts them on their lap, and just puts them to his heart and cries like that. He's crying. Then he noticed Keshini is looking. Then he gathers himself and said, see, I have two children, and I saw these two children, I remembered my children. And then he becomes cross with Keshini and tells her, you see, you are coming again and again. Okay, this is not correct. What will people think? Suppose somebody watches you coming here again and again. I am also alone here. They'll start talking things about me and you. This is not right. Okay, you please go and don't come again. You take these children and go. And he sends her off. Now she comes back and tells Damayanti, this is what happened. This is what he told me also. And he was, Damayanti said, this is Nala. This is Nala. So she goes to her mother and tells her all that has happened. Amma, this is all this happened. This Bahuka character, there's something, he is Nala only. So now this is what I have decided. Okay. Har Namah Parvati Pataye Janaki Kanta Smaranam Gopika Jivana Smaranam Vetrivel Muruganukku Shri Sadguru Swaminah Shri Anjaneya Swaminah